Hi and hello watch fans, and welcome to another edition of The Real Time Show with me, your friendly neighbourhood watchmaker Rob Nuts, our friendly neighbourhood jeweller Alon Ben Joseph sitting to my left and across from me, Francois from Reservoir, not dogs.
Not yet.
Not yet. Reservoir Watch Company, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be in Geneva. You know, this is the most exciting time of the year for watchmakers to meet the market, journalists, enthusiasts, retailers, of course, distributors. So it's a real excitement to be here. And I think Villa Sarrazin is a very nicely located place.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good setup. It's close to Palexpo. And until the day we are in Watches and Wonders, maybe one day, who knows?
So now that I'm sitting here opposite you, I remember the first time I've actually met you was at Time to Watches at Head when they were there.
Yes.
So you are very loyal to this organization.
Yes.
How? Yes and no. Okay. You're back. Let's say you're back. You're here. You like it.
Yeah.
How's the platform for you?
The platform is great. You know, today we've been very busy, and the distance is not an issue. The first Time to Watch is we made the first one. We made the second one. The first one, we had a shuttle, our own private shuttle, to bring clients from Palexpo to the Head. It was working, but, you know, clients were a bit, grumpy, saying, this is a bit far away and it's not easy to reach this place. And the second year, they told us, next year we are not going to come again. It's too cumbersome. So the third year, we decided to go to Beau Rivage.
Yeah.
So we applied to Watches and Wonders. We are in discussion with them. And we have a reasonably hope that we can be there in the coming years. So we went to Beau Rivage, went super well. Not as, in terms of distance, not as cumbersome as the former Head, but it was better, but still far away from Palexpo. And when Time to Watches and Christian told us that they have secured a site touching almost Palexpo, they told us, would you like to join? And I say, we're in. Makes sense.
And here for you as a brand, is it equal parts retail, press, and consumers, or how does the average work out for you?
It's a very professional fair. So, we are doing a lot of watch fairs worldwide, like Dubai Watch Week or CR in Mexico. And what we see is some fairs, like Dubai Watch Week, typically is a B2C fair. You have a lot of collectors, a lot of buyers, a lot of watch enthusiasts. They want to engage with the brand. They want to see the novelties. They want to try the watches. And we are not there to sell. We are just here to support the market education. Here is really professional. So you have a lot of retailers, agents, distributors. You have a lot of press, of course, influencers, journalists coming. And you have a few, collectors or buyers, but very, very few. So for us, it's more, it's a really professional B2B fair.
How important is it for you to bring novelties to these fairs? Can you do a fair like this without novelties?
I don't think so. I would not recommend it because the market expects novelties. They want to see what is the traction, what kind of traction is the brand having? Is there anything new coming? And you can see the excitement from all the influencers and the journalists is about what's new.
There's quite a lot of excitement on the Instagram chat, that's for sure. There's people tuning in from all over the world. We've got some nice little messages. There's some suspicious gentleman from GOS Watches in Scandinavia. It says, I know this gentleman. Hello there. Hello. TTS Crew says, go guys, ! We're being followed closely, or so it would seem, from rtp.nl. Thank you very much. Watch Pouch has a question. What are the dimensions of, I believe he's talking about the Popeye watch that you were showing earlier.
So maybe for our listeners to the podcast, we are doing trials by live streaming this as well. So that's where the questions come from. Maybe, Afonso, tell us about the novelties for this podcast recording, please.
Okay. So this year we have 3 novelties. Again, I think this is critical to as a brand to exist and to emerge to show novelties. So we have done. Please go ahead. We are continue to develop the comics by Reservoir range. So this is, Reservoir, it's two universes. One is about measuring instruments coming from car dashboards, plane cockpit, and so forth, or submarine control panels. And then we do comics. So we've done quite a large number of series of Popeye watches, like Popeye on a camel in the desert, or Popeye playing cricket, or we have a new series coming, Popeye playing badminton. And of course, we had golf in mind because, firstly, I love to play golf. I would love to play well golf, but I'm at least trying to play golf and still having fun. And then the golf is very aesthetic and works very well with the retrograde minute complication. Gerald Gentan used that very well. He made baseball. He made golf. Sorry. And it's it works super well. It makes the character alive every hour. He's just swinging his ball in a very cool, dial with, thank you, sir. A very nice, green grass hills and blue sky with white clouds. Pretty cool. And then because we made a lot of Popeye was feeling a bit alone. Where is his girlfriend? So what we made is bringing him company by making the first olive oil. So that's Popeye girlfriend. You can see the joyful heart jumping out of the shirt of Olive. It's very typical of her. And then even the power reserve come with his baby called Sweepy. You have a small indicator of the power reserve, and it's showing by his baby. And we've made this is a blue sandstone dye, so it's very special. Looks like a summer sky by night, with a lot of sparkling stars. And then we've made a more elegant version, which is this one, with lab-grown diamonds, 64 diamonds, and gives a very elegant, very feminine watch. It's a 39mm case. Pretty nice. We are very happy with this one.
That is gorgeous. That really, really works for that model. I love the dial there, and those diamonds do add a certain something to it. Oh, very good indeed. So how do you feel the Villa Sausan is performing in comparison to the previous location? Do you think that it's a better, more fitting space to host an event like this?
I think Head was a good site. It was too remote, but from the organization itself and the layout of the place, it was working quite well. I think this is better. You have more corners to meet, and you have where you can have lunch here, when you can just go for a coffee or for a drink. Sorry, I took cold in the train, and I think the atmosphere is very, very relaxed. You have 77 brands. That's quite an achievement. And it's a very mixed array of brands. You have very entry price brands, but very dynamic, young, and keen to enter the market. And then you have upscale brands. So it's a very well mixed. And I think the atmosphere is very, very good. Even the annex, which is a bit remote, is quite nice. I've been there this morning, and I think it's good. It's a good site. A lot of people today, very happy. And no, I think it was the right call. And I love the igloo, by the way.
Yeah, we like the igloo as well. It's our new home. We feel very, very comfortable here. What do you think, Alon?
I think it's awesome. Great vibes. I came here this morning. The sun was shining. Yesterday, all our friends that were setting up sent us pictures. Yeah. So good vibes all around. So kudos to Time to Watches. And I think it's a good move to bring it next to the Palexpo. I think it will bring more footfall. And I think Francois will call you maybe after the weekend, because most consumers will come this weekend, because Palexpo doesn't open to the public before. Yeah. So, and I think you'll have a lot of spillover effect coming here, because it's literally 300 meters from entrance 1.
Yeah. We'll be here.
So come give a visit. If you hear this episode, if you're watching the live stream, Francois is waiting for you.
I'll be here.
All right, well, we might catch up with you a little bit later on in the week if we've got some more time, because obviously I'd love to hear how you found the fair, how it's all gone for you. And we want to invite you back to have another nip of whiskey before this gets drunk.
It's really delicious, guys. I'm well treated
for that.
It's only to have whiskey, but anyway, let's make
It's Swiss, huh? Swiss whiskey. It's Loch Lat by Hakim El Kadiri, the owner of Elka Watch Company. He has 2 companies.
Really?
Yeah. He's a busy man.
So he made us the TRTS special.
47 degrees, you can feel it. But it's very, very sweet, very balanced. Yeah, nice. All right. Thank you for treating me so well.
Thank you, François.
Happy to catch up end of this week.
Thank
With
you.
great pleasure.
Thank you.
As well.
Cheers, you guys.
Now time to discuss one of our favourite brands, largely, I think, because of the people behind it, Reservoir watches. Alan, you've got a great relationship with Francois, so why don't you take it away?
Another nice French dude, François Moreau, founder of Reservoir, a brand infused with fun, jumping hours, retrograde hands, and they brought the fun to the fair. This year, they did a cool watch with golf. Francois didn't come the first day to the Glass Igloo, so I wanted to get one for my dad because he's crazy about playing golf. But the watch sold out already. And I guess that says it all. Is the brand still relevant? Yes. Do people want still fun watches? Yes. And I believe it was a Popeye character. I blocked it from my mind because it was sold out already. But I don't have much to add to that. They earned their spot in the watchmaking industry. And what I love is it doesn't need always to be so serious. And I do think we're nearing the end of craziness in the watchmaking industry. We see less collabs. We see less crazy stuff. But I'm happy that Reservoir is here to stay. So those are my 2 cents. What did you think, Rob?
Yeah, I think it's a remarkable success story. I think they must have had quite a bit of cash behind them. Is what I feel when I see a brand like this that has a concept, and not necessarily an easy concept to execute either, because they require custom modules to display the time in the manner that they do, and they just sort of stormed into existence with a really tight message and good quality products, with a lot of creativity and humor in the display. And yeah, it was a Popeye golf watch. Very cool. I mean, we've seen many golf watches because the golf club swing is probably one of the most natural things to indicate the time in this characterful method. One thing I will say about the watches themselves is, and I feel this oftentimes with brands that put the focus on the dial and the time telling method, is that the cases sometimes aren't quite as edgy or exciting as I would like them to be. And you see this all around the industry. The defense for it is brands can only do so much, and maybe it's deliberately staged in that way so that the focus is all on the dial and the way that the time is communicated. And I understand that. I understand that you don't want to have your attention pulled in too many directions at once. But there are some cases within the collection that I very much prefer. So I like the case of the GT Tour model, the supercharged model as well. To be honest, much more than I like the Longbridge. I think that the lugs of the Longbridge and the canister, for example, are not quite as meaty as they could be. Same with the Battlefield is a great watch. It's got a great profile. It's got a lovely crown size and crown profile to it. I would certainly lean towards those models over things like the Fastback. The Monza Design one, which is basically like a hockey puck on the wrist, that's cool. That's not for me, but that's really cool. I like that kind of thing. It looks like very little else. Not completely unique and standalone, but there are very few watches that utilize that bold lugless design in the same way. What can I say? You're absolutely right. The brand is here to stay, and long may their success continue, and I look forward to seeing whatever it is that they have to bring at the next major event.